What's going on, guys? Bringing you another video on roping, and people have been asking, hey, I want to see you ride around one-handed with a rope in your hand. Okay, we have our coil of rope. We're going to put our tassel of our rope over the left side of our horse, and this is for a right-handed roper. Our reins, nice short thin reins, we're going to put them right in between our middle finger and our ring finger, and that's what we're going to hold on with, and we're going to use our whole hands to grab our coils. There we go. We'll make a realistic size loop. That's it. So now whenever we start talking about taking the training wheels off a horse, when you start roping, that's really what it means to take the training wheels off, because you can't one hand perfect. You can't rein with two hands perfect. They just need to figure out how to go wherever you're asking them to go. So I'm going to keep my loop up and out of his footfall. I'm going to leave enough space in between my two hands that I can still steer my horse. And it's easy if you start steering in one direction. So if I come here and give him a bunch of left-handed turns, look left, turn left. I'm looking forward, I look left, I turn left. I'm going forward, I look left, I turn left. I look left, I turn left. As long as I keep doing this, it makes it very easy for him to follow that pattern in the beginning when you're teaching your horse how to listen to that one hand. But then you got to take the training wheels off and go wherever you want to go. Whenever that horse first gets stuck and he doesn't know how to come off of that pressure, pulsate. So that means bump with your leg, bump with the reins. Bump with your leg, bump with the reins. And remember, don't be so technical with your legs pushing him around, because when the action is on and you're chasing that cow, you're not going to be so correct. So he just needs to start taking the hint whenever you start pulling him around. And this is what I call taking off the training wheels, where it's just game time and he needs to figure out how to do that. If I'm going to swing my rope, I already know that I'm going to be up and off my horse's back. So you can use that in practice just like so. And you do it where there's a tree and you'll hit the branches. Screw. Be able to change directions. You see right there, if you look down and you see this in your rope, that's a figure 8. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip that rope around. So what I did is I grabbed the loop that was twisted and twisted it back around so it stays open. And you're just making sure that it stays open as flat as possible and that he's okay with you swinging that rope. I'll bump him in front of the chest, I'll bump him behind the butt, and he just needs to be okay with me taking these coils and his reins wherever I want to. Remember, every single thing that you're roping, you're gonna be roping off to your right. So have the idea that you're never, if you're right-handed, you're not gonna be roping over to your left. You're roping forward and to the right. And remember, you're on a horse, so make the horse work. From the ground, you have to rope from a distance because people are not fast, so we have to be able to get out there and swing it. Whenever you're roping from horseback, that's the throw that you want to make. You want to make it right there. And that would have been a horrible throw because I was sitting on my butt. But you get the idea. I want to rope right here. You want to make a 6-foot throw, not a 20-foot throw. Use that horse. You have 4 legs underneath you. Use it to your advantage and get that horse going right where you want it to be so that you're not making ridiculous throws. The 2 biggest things that I see people having a hard time with whenever they start roping, number 1, they rope sitting on their butt, and 2, they swing the rope too long and they let the moment pass. The moment that you start swinging that rope, and you don't want to be swinging the rope unless you're close to being able to rope, so don't start swinging the rope from across the arena. The second that horse breaks loose with that cow and you get to your closest distance between you and your cow, let the rope go, throw the rope. So get in the habit of, whenever you hear the second that you stand up and rope, that you swing once or twice and let that rope go. Because I see people turn it into a long, drawn out process. You're so much a better rider whenever you're sitting down and you're steering your horse. So don't spend the whole time standing up. Wait until you're gonna rope to stand up. And you want to rope in short spurts. Usually, if you start swinging that rope and start chasing that cow, and you chase it around and around and around and around the arena, you're not going to catch. Usually, if you're going to catch, you get that cow cornered off, or you cut them off, you ask for that burst of speed from your horse and get right up on them. And in that first burst is when you're gonna be the closest, and it's the easiest just to drop it right on them. You're getting out of your seat, you're roping right here to your right. Nice short throw. The second you throw, remember, get in the habit of the second that you throw, you follow through on your throw. So we come here, we're following through. It comes back behind our hip and we're dallying off, and that's with our thumb up. I can't tell you enough times, thumb up. If you thumb down, you can get your thumb caught in the horn, and you don't want to do that, so thumb up and dally off. And now you can face up with the cow. Remember, you're always trying to keep your horse faced up with whatever you're roping, and that keeps you from getting pulled off to the side or getting tangled up. If you stick to these simple things, you're really going to be able to steer your horse easy, and your horse is going to become a lot better horse because of it, because you're taking the training wheels off and you're saying, okay, I've done right by you and trained you good enough, now it's time for you to work. And that's just what roping does for a horse. It makes it where you don't have to be so perfect for your horse to know what you mean whenever you want to turn and whenever you want to go there. So if you try that at home, send us videos in and let us know how you're doing. I think you're going to have an awesome time. I absolutely love roping. It doesn't matter what breed of horse you have. Fanny's a Paso and he loves to rope cows. So anything you have at home, you can rope with them. You just practice these steps and work on the first things first. Get your base from roping on the ground, roping that bucket, then roping the bucket from standing on your horse. Make sure your horse neck reins well. We have series on here about how to neck rein and how to get the shoulders very easy to direct and guide, like so. And once you do that, now start swinging the rope off your horse and start tracking some cows. And we'll be putting some videos out on that real shortly. Thank you. See you in the next video.